Coach, with several starters back on offense and defense, can you tell us what the expectations are of the Adrian College football team in 2017?
Well, you know, expectations for our team really never change depending on who's back and who's not, but we do have a great group of seniors coming back, a number of starters as well, obviously. You know, we expect to win. You know, we got to go out and perform week in and week out and get better as we progress, especially in the non-season contests. But as you kind of look forward down the road, there's 5 teams in this league that can win it. And it's probably the most competitive I've seen this league since I've been a part of it. Usually with 3, maybe 4 on the outside that have a shot. I think legitimately there's 5 teams, and we're one of them.
And the most interesting aspect, I think, of the offense this year is the fact that last year you had a record-setting passing attack, and this year you have Emmanuel Stewart, our 2-time first-team all-conference running back. Does that give you more versatility and more balance on the offense?
Yeah, having Emmanuel in, it's not just him running the football, but people have got to account for him, so it opens other things up. You know, as well as if you want to go to the perimeter in your passing game or you want to go downfield, you get more guys in the box when you got a dominant running back like he is. You know, it takes some of the pressure off of him, having David, who's played 2 years for us as well, and having both of them healthy and in the lineup definitely puts a little stress on the defense. 2 quarterbacks to go as well. Guy with some experience for us, and then a guy that's transferred in that's started 3 years at Ave Maria. A lot of playing experience out of Clayton Euchre, so you'll see both those guys, I think, throughout the season, and it's nice to have a 1-2 punch like that in the quarterback position as well.
And you mentioned David in the backfield. Can you talk about the type of, you know, the styles between Emmanuel and David Nutter as running backs?
Yeah, David obviously has a little bit more size and power. Stu's a little bit more speed and agility. But I've watched David this year, and I tell you, he's cutting well. He's moving well. It looks like a lot more flexibility in him. He's not as stiff running. So he's done some good work over the summer, probably with his flexibility. So they're pretty good. They're probably as good as 2 backs that we've had in a long, long time. And, you know, we've got a 3rd one in Lewis Joseph. You see him out there, he can impress too, especially if he gets into the secondary.
And that's the offense. Can you talk about what you're excited about on defense?
Well, it's got to be up front. Our defensive line, we returned 5 guys that started at some point in their career. Some of them since they were freshmen. 4 of those guys are seniors, so you've got a lot of depth and experience in the defensive line. And then linebacker, we've got a couple of guys that started every game last year at linebacker. And then, you know, our free safety, we moved Chris Adams from outside backer to free safety, so he's a 2-year all-league player. You know, just in a new position. We expect him to do some different things at free safety for us than what we've had in the past. You know, and then moving Eli Villalobos, who started for us as well the last couple of years, moving him back to corner after he played some safety last year. Just a little bit better fit for him. He sees the field better at corner. It's more of a comfort zone for him over there at corner.
And Damon Fuller on the defensive end, one of the leaders of the defense. Can you talk about what makes him so dominant as the school's 2nd-time leader in sacks and also tackles for loss?
Yeah, it's speed, it's power, and then it's desire. The kid, nobody works harder than Damon. You talk about weight room on the field. He hates to miss a rep, and you know, you got to pull the reins back on him a little bit. That's what you want out of not just every player, but your best players. When your best players are like that, that's when you get All-Americans. You know, I was an average football player, but I had great desire. This kid is a great football player with great desire. It's going to make a difference.
Throughout preseason camp, I'm sure that you saw some good things and some areas of concern that you would like to see improved upon throughout the course of the season. Can you touch on those 2 subjects as you head into the season opener on September 2nd?
Yeah, it's just like at practice at the end of the day, we're talking about mental mistakes. You got to eliminate those. And I mean, I know as you work through the season that things will get better as far as mental assignments. But you got to eliminate those as quick as possible so that, you know, you get beat physically, it's one thing. You get beat because of a mental mistake, and it's hard to forgive yourself.
Thanks for joining us, Coach.
You got it.